This is Capricorn Mora. She's a pretty cool action figure, but not without some issues. Here we're going to take a detailed look at her to see whether she's worth having in your collection, and what you need to be careful of if you do end up getting her. I mean, she's already got two big reasons for why you might want her, but what else does she offer? Mora is a 1/12 action figure by Cang Toys, and the second in their 12s War series. Well, technically she's the third, but the second was a model kit snake, so we don't count that. If you are interested in the lore of this series, I do have a full video diving into all of that. I gotta say, they are pretty ambitious, and it's all about star signs and zodiacs and all that kind of stuff. If you are looking to grab these, I've got a link down to Bombasby where you can check out the whole line and more. Mora's box looks pretty good. It's solid, shiny, and gives quite a premium feel. Personally, I really like the art as well. Out of the box, there are 2 layers of trays. There's a little cross-sales card, a collectible card, and instructions, of course. On the bottom tray there are the stand parts as well as her little skirt piece thing. I mean, it's not really little, right? On the top tray is the main figure and other stuff and her swords. So it's not too much stuff, but it does give good playability, I would say. Here is the horny Capricorn Mora. I mean, she's got 2 horns, right? What do you reckon? Looks good or not? I gotta say, I quite like how she looks. She's got kind of a simple design, but there are nice details everywhere. The outfit is mainly black, I suppose emulating leather. And there's some like armor and straps and stuff like that all around. So she of course does have a little ponytail, which you can just plug into the back. Looks pretty good. It is pretty sturdy, given that the connection point is quite small. I didn't really have the issue of it falling off or anything. The face and head sculpt, I would say, look okay. It's nothing special, but it's not too bad. I would say the design and colors and stuff are quite balanced, as if I were to know anything about design, which I don't. But there's some matte stuff, there's some shiny stuff, and there's some squishy stuff. But it's not too squishy though, so it's not weird or anything. So I guess we are talking about accessories now. She's got a stand base and a stand arm. There are screws that you can tighten, but I'm not quite sure what the significance of this hole is. So you can just give her the claw, or you can plug it into her back. Speaking of plugging into her back, she has this skirt piece thing. Usually she would be quite top heavy. This piece kind of balances her out. So it's pretty much 3 pieces just attached together. And the middle piece kind of looks like a tail, because Capricorns are kind of water goats. Hence the watery tail and the horns. So there is a bit of movement and you can plug stuff onto it. We'll take a look at that later on. But yeah, pretty much just stick it into her back and she'll be fully kitted up. Sort of. So with the stand you can plug it into this, or you can just plug it directly into her back. So here are 2 reasons why you might want her, because her swords are actually pretty cool. They come in sheaths which are attached. I guess they call it the black horn. You can pull the swords out, of course. They look quite nice. Here's the long one. And here's the short one. You can plug these sheaths into the skirt piece, just whichever way or whichever side makes sense. And actually you can pull them apart, but of course do this carefully. Speaking of pulled apart, I might have messed up, and stick around to find out what happened and so that you can avoid it. But yeah, sword's pretty cool, good bunch of playability there. Otherwise she's got 6 hands total, or 3 pairs. It's a decent variety, nothing crazy. She's got default fisty hands. She's got holding hands. And she's got open kind of wavy hands, or whatever you want to call them. Just to note that the hands are an improvement on Dragon Loong, as they do stay in and move around quite well. Otherwise, she has a bunch of head and hair swaps. These can all be swapped around and stuff. By default, she'll kind of have a neutral face with the horny head. I mean, it's kind of neutral, grumpy, judgmental, whatever you want to call it. No movable eyes, unfortunately, that would have been really nice. She's got this face, which is apparently a first release bonus. as if they're ever going to do a second release with all the stuff that they have planned. But anyway, she has kind of a cooler, more serious, teeth gritted look. And finally, she's got a kind of shy expression. Pretty cute. In addition, of course, she does have a head swap, so you can unhorny your Mora. Supposedly, the non-horny head is also a first release bonus, but whatever. I would say she has a fair amount of stuff. It's not crazy, but I think it's sufficient. What do you think? Alright, on to articulation and how I messed up. So pay attention. Head movement, pretty standard stuff, honestly. She turns well. She can kind of nod, but the hair does get in the way a tiny bit. Tilt a little bit. And her ponytail can of course move around. Arms raised to the sides like so. She reaches backwards and forwards. Obviously she does raise up, but I was too preoccupied trying to mess around with the pull-out feature of the arm, which she is meant to have because it says so in the instructions. But it was super tight and stuck on my copy, and I didn't realize that I was breaking the joint. For reference on Dragon Loong, this is what it's meant to do. It'll give a little bit more range, of course. However, if you're not careful, then this will happen. Which is a bloody shame, because all the shots of her holding the sword, her arm is actually detached. But it kind of works anyway, right? Anyway, just be careful of the joint, or just don't pull it out, because honestly, with her chest, you're probably not going to get much more range. But other than that, everything is fine, I would say. Bicep rotation. Elbows bend like so. And handsies move like this. She tilts side to side quite well. Backwards and forwards lean is also good. So in my initial unboxing, I thought that she would pop off quite easily, but actually that doesn't really happen, so don't worry about that. Legs split to the sides. It's not a full split, but it's not too bad. Backwards and forwards kick. Thigh rotation. A good double knee bend. And feety movements. For height, she's about 15.5 centimeters to the top of the head, and 16.5 to the top of the horns. In inches, that would be 6 1/4 or 6 3/4. Once again, in case you missed it, she is squishy. But that's not even the reason why I like this figure. I think she's just pretty cool. And if you're careful, you're probably not going to break the arm anyway. You can kind of do swaps with Dragon Loong, however, it doesn't really fit. Everything on Dragon Loong is a little bit bigger than Mora. So Mora's arm will be a tight fit on Dragon Loong. Loong's arm will be a loose fit on Mora. And Mora's head doesn't really pop on properly to Loong's body. I gotta say, she looks quite nice next to the Figma Falslander Girls by Neko as well. But of course, she'll pretty much just fit in with anyone else. If you are looking for figures from these kind of brands, they'll be on Bombasby, linked below. And of course, I've got reviews for most of them as well. Anyway, thanks for watching, I'll see you again next time.